Hi, I'm Sam. That's
Hello. Okay, I'm just double checking we're actually live. We're doing good.
So we are live, alright, okay.
Live,
Welcome
yeah.
to our fourth installment of the Send podcast. I'm Sam, this is Andy, this is R-CADE Glasgow on a Tuesday night, 6 till 7 every week. This is our 1 year anniversary, not of the podcast, because like I said, it's the fourth episode, and if you have 4 episodes in 1 year, that's kind of pathetic. Shout out to Hip Hop Saved My Life by Rob. They did 2 episodes in a year.
2 episodes in a year. We're already way ahead of them.
I know.
Yeah.
But this Sunday is R-CADE's 1 year anniversary.
It is.
So we're going to be talking a lot about that in the latter half of this stream. But as of next week, we're going to have a new structure to the podcast, a lot centred about more specific to our gaming and Japanese roots as a business. So we're going to do parts of that today, but mostly it'll be 1 year.
We're going to feed it in slowly. So for this podcast, we're going to do some gaming news. We're going to do some news straight from Japan, and we're going to do a lot of arcade news as well. So those are going to be 3 of the segments that we're going to be using going forward. But tonight it's going to be a slightly different structure, and then we've got a set structure for going forward from there. Next,
But before
happy birthday, R-CADE! Thank you, Dark Fantasy Gamer HD. Thanks very much.
Before we get into any of that, we are just going to do a quick plug of some arcade events. We'll probably talk about them throughout the night as well. But just to get them out of the way, because there's a lot coming up over the next month.
What?
I don't know, just show off your pecs.
No, it's not Iron Man t-shirt.
Well, this is my Pikachu t-shirt with Thunderbolts. Shout out to Mac and Tees on Instagram.
It's really nice, yeah.
So as I said, this Sunday is the 1 year anniversary.
Just gonna adjust your camera, don't worry. There you go.
This Sunday is the 1 year anniversary. Friday night is going to be as normal for R-CADE. There's no.
Well, okay, let's go through the week because there's a lot coming up. Wednesday, Thursday as well. Yeah. So I'm gonna take you through the week. So Wednesday evening, the girls from Wild and Kind Studios in Glasgow, they are going to be coming in because we usually have our What a Load of Craft Club. That's on hold at the moment. So. Wild and Kind are going to be coming on and doing workshops on our main table. It's free to join. The workshops are centred around anyone who identifies as female or anyone who's people who identify as female, Michelle, or
non-binary,
marginalised genders as well. So it's specifically where we're trying to create a safe space where we want to sort of come together, meet other people, and do some really cool crafts. I think the first one for tomorrow evening is collage. So we're
going to help you write your dissertation.
No, not college, collage. Terrible. Anyway, so yeah, Wild and Kind coming in to do Wild and Crafts. That's starting tomorrow night, Wednesday. Thursday is our R-CADE Club, our first club night specifically for video games. So that's again free to join. So if you want to come down from 6 till 8, it's R-CADE Club. I'm going to organise a little mini tournament on the main table. So we're going to have a setup. I think I'm siding with Micro Machines, with the Mega Drive Micro Machines. So we'll see. I've not really 100% decided on that yet. Hey, the Dukes on Twitter. Nice to see you, man. No, it's through Twitch. My bad. How's things? He says. You know the Dukes. We talk to Dukes on Twitter all the time. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of sharing stuff.
It's a really good stream as well. So yeah, you should check out the Dukes. So that's Thursday night R-CADE Club, the first ever one, free to come down 6 till 8. Friday, as Sam was mentioning, is R-CADE Lates. So it's our late night, 7 PM onwards. That's just as normal. We're just doing our usual video game, BYOB, big card game, big table card game thing on Friday night. So that's going to be as usual. And then
Saturday we are fully booked.
Saturday is an interesting one. Oh, we're getting all the hearts from the Dukes. Lovely. Thanks, the Duke.
Pikachu loves you.
Oh.
That was my nipple.
So yeah, Saturday we are fully booked all of Saturday, so the shop won't even be open from 12 till 7. I'm sorry to anybody who's wanting to come down, but we're fully booked for private bookings. We've got 2 parties going on. So Saturday, no entry.
No entry.
No entry. Okay.
As Andrew's ancestors would say.
But yes, Saturday night. Moving straight along from that. Saturday night we are celebrating big style at R-CADE. We are doing the R-CADE pub crawl. It's our first ever R-CADE pub crawl. So the premise is this: we start at R-CADE from 7 o'clock at night. We get an hour in here doing our usual video games, BYOB madness. And then after that we're moving on and we're doing a small route, maybe 5 bars around Glasgow, and basically we'll take you around. We're going to bring some games with us. It's going to be really good fun. What? Just me and my. I'm trying to be more motion.
More motion. John Cena.
Stop it, you can't see. 7 o'clock Saturday night, arcade pub crawl. It's £5 if you want to come down and play some games for an hour and then come out with us, buy your own drinks. But you can pay £30 as well, and we will get you a drink at every single bar that we go to.
And I would say you don't need to be someone that drinks to come to this event. If you just want to support Arcade, hang out with us for an evening, do something different from our ordinary, that's perfectly fine. I don't drink myself.
Sam doesn't drink,
So like, sober club with me.
Yeah, be the cool kid.
As Michelle keeps saying, the people that are going to pull pranks, which I don't like that.
Oh, no.
Puts me in a bad group.
Oh no. Everyone else is going to be so drunk and Sam's just going to be drawing on people. It's going to be hilarious.
Stop saying me. I have no artistic talent to draw on people.
And Dark Fantasy Gamer HD, he's also asking, is Sunday going to be busy too?
Yes.
Sunday we're doing our 1 year later event, 1 year later, which is a nice wee SpongeBob throwback there. So what we're doing is it's 1 year later, so it's £1 to play for 1 hour. Easy as that. So if you want a ticket to play for an hour in our arcade for just £1, jump onto Eventbrite, go to our website arcadeglasgow.com, or go into the Facebook profile, Facebook page, and grab a ticket there. There are limited tickets, there's only 10 spaces each hour, and it's only £1 to play. So if you get your ticket in advance, then you can play for an hour on Sunday, no problem. There's only 20% of tickets left. Only 20% of tickets left.
Translates to 2 per hour.
What? 2 tickets per hour?
Yeah.
No, not really. Not really. Watch out, because what we've done is we've split into hour segments.
Right.
And you can only book for 1 hour. You can't stay in for longer than an hour, just to be fair to everyone. So you can book 1 hour.
That's my West Street.
Alright.
Yes.
So that's happening on Sunday. So yeah, lots happening this week. Sam's being distracted by some Yasmin.
Hey.
And you're live on the internet right
Yasmin.
Oh, hey.
No, we're just talking about all the events that we've got coming up this week.
Yeah. Anyway, so moving forward, Sam, what are we doing? What's the
Next up is one of our 2 new segments. So, gaming news.
Oh, I need to do the thing. Ready? Gaming news. We moved over here.
Can we steal that audio of Yasmin going woo and just use that every time we have gaming
Put it in
news?
a weird place so that you're not on camera properly. 1 minute. There
Can you stop
go.
adjusting my camera mid-stream? It's not very professional.
Okay, so gaming news. Here we go.
Gaming news.
Says
Hideo
like,
Kojima.
Dark Fantasy Gamer
Give it a
only
rating
wants.
out of 10.
The Dark Fantasy Gamer just wants some seafood noodles when they're there.
They're always here.
Nice and simple, nice and easy. Keep it easy. So yeah, come down on Sunday, but get your ticket in advance. Okay, gaming news. I want to talk about 3 main news stories this week. I'll start with the biggest one. I think everybody knows what this is going to be.
Do you know what's going to be, Yasmin?
Any ideas yet?
No.
No? Okay,
No.
so the biggest news story this week in gaming, I'll pop it up on the screen, was the split between... Where is it? It's not opening up.
Wow, this is a great podcast.
This is really, yeah, so professional.
Come on.
Keep your
I want
sass
to make a
yourself.
joke about the split between the guy that plays Chris Pratt
No!
and his wife.
Anna
But
Faris.
all that my brain was giving me was the American football player Brett Favre. And I was like, that's not his name. But also, he's got engaged again. This isn't the podcast to talk about that, but he's now engaged to Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter.
You're fighting for time.
Like-
thanks.
What?
Yeah. No. It's quite concerningly true.
I'm very
That's
concerned.
There we go. The big split
Oh, there
between Bungie and Activision.
Yeah.
That was probably the biggest news coming in this
Oh,
week.
I didn't actually hear about that, actually.
So Bungie have split from their publisher Activision. So
Good for them.
Activision, for the last 8 years, I
for them.
believe they were a partnership. And
It's just been
Activision-
up and down and up and down and up
It's
and
been
down.
all over the place, like a Bungie robe. Yeah, nicely
There we go, thanks
done.
Ron.
Oh my
Thanks for getting
god.
it there.
To be honest.
No one else got it.
So Bungie have split from Activision. They have managed to maintain and keep the rights for Destiny moving forward, which is a big thing for them.
It's a big get.
That is, I mean,
You say that would be quite a good property to keep.
I would. I mean, okay. So when Bungie were first out there, such professionals, love it, guys. Thank you. So when Bungie were first there, it was with Microsoft. Of course, Bungie made Halo, and then there was the big split. Yeah, they make better. Sorry. So finally they split from them. They make games better without the other gaming company. No, it's true. I mean, Activision being historically quite control freaky about things. It's good that Bungie are going to take Destiny and do what they want to do with it.
I'm concerned that Bungie's not going to trust anyone else ever again.
after a bad divorce.
After a terrible divorce from Microsoft,
Yeah.
a terrible divorce from Activision, and now it's like, I don't trust you, Sony. You're not good for me.
Nintendo, I might be a
That's fair.
bit.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'll try them badly.
So yeah, Bungie is split from Activision.
They just don't have a good
which is
relationship with any other game company, do they?
No,
Not?
they don't. But they need, I
well,
think,
it's just publishers at the end of the day. So they're moving forward. Bungie are going to be publishing their own stuff.
Yeah.
have they done this before?
No,
They've
they
always
haven't.
been underneath
They've
another
always been-
umbrella.
Yeah.
They've always had a different publisher to sort of put their stuff out there.
Yeah.
So they're the developer. They make the game and then they give it to the
So
publisher.
to be the negative person in this conversation,
Nelly as always.
the negative Nagandel, I would say this is a concerning thing. I would be concerned because what if Bungie can't make a decent game without those restrictions or without a parent company looking after them
So-
or releasing the content for
I
it?
mean, again, it comes down to the fact that Bungie are well known now. If Bungie tried to, say, take Halo without Microsoft's backing and try to send it out into the world, it wouldn't have got as far as it did because Microsoft have the money and the power to do that.
Don't mimic me.
Guys, come on.
So I'm being professional.
Stay on topic. So, yeah, Bungie, the new indie team, says the Dukes. Thanks for that.
Not wrong. I would say that it's not wrong. They're essentially a new development company at this
Pretty
point.
much, pretty much.
They've lost a large amount of backing.
Changed a lot though since they first, since the Halo days. for
Again, so I would argue that they're a new company.
Yeah, you could argue that. You could argue that. Anyway, so yeah, Bungie, Activision. Good luck to Bungie. I hope they do very well.
Some good old Bungie.
I was a big Halo fan back in the day. This Destiny was a bit of a disappointment for me personally,
But it's
but it's huge.
when it first came out, it was the biggest game of that year.
Yeah, I mean the hype behind it was ridiculous. But yeah, good luck to them. I hope Bungie do really well. And bye Activision.
Backtivision.
Back to They should have just merged together. Well, Bethesda, as you mentioned earlier. No, sorry, it's Blizzard. Blizzard are still under Activision rules, so there's now shouts from everybody for Blizzard to cut the ties. And get away
Blizzard
from
with their 3 games. Their 3 well-received.
moving on, news story number 2.
DOS.
DOS was... No, that's Activision again. The new 3D controller, 3D rudder controller
I haven't seen
for
this.
virtual reality.
I saw this going through your photos earlier, and the photo that comes up after this has me concerned.
Okay, so there's been news that a new control system for virtual reality is in the works. It was announced, I think, at CES, and it's a weird little balancey foot pedal thing called the 3D rudder. So it's compatible with Oculus Rift, HTC Vive, and PlayStation VR, which is the most important one, I think, because of the install base at PlayStation. They've got the ability to maybe get this out there into normal people's living rooms and stuff, or bedrooms and things.
It's like
Whereas-
Kinect 2.0.
Yeah, but if you watch the trailer, it is the weirdest little thing ever. I'm going to show you a picture, a screen cap taken from the trailer, which is
Yeah, this is the
here.
thing that had me concerned.
So this is a guy using it with HTC Vive.
Have you ever seen the video of the guy at like some E3 or something trying out VR for the first time, and he just goes,
Michelle,
but like you can't see his eyes.
Michelle found a GIF earlier, and it was a guy with the PSVR headset on, I
Yeah.
think, and he was just spinning round really, really fast in the shop. I think it was a game one. I wasn't really, it's game. I'm like, nah, but at the same time, it was really funny. So yeah, you control your character in game. So I think the examples they were showing were Steep, which is the Ubisoft sort of extreme sports, snowboarding, skiing.
Yeah, that makes sense with that sort of
So
control.
that kind of thing, you've got the control of the skis or the snowboard, which makes sense with that. It also showed, I think, Call of Duty, I believe, if not Battlefield. I think it was Call of Duty though, which would be strange if you're obviously trying to move your character forward, sprint, strafe, left and right, strafe left and right. That would be really weird.
I would say though, this is a good. So from that previous image, right? Not a complaint.
Thanks, Lewis.
Not a complaint, but a thing that people who didn't fight for this technology
So I'm just gonna say hi to Chaos Monkey. Ian's jumped in. So.
used to say
Hi.
was the Wii eventually didn't work.
Right, yeah.
See you later, guys.
See you later.
Bye.
The Kinect didn't work. And the argument that can be made for those is because gamers aren't bothered about the realism of doing something.
They're so set in their ways with either a mouse and keyboard or a controller that anything different from that is too far.
And thus, the ability to sit down is important. That's why there are companies that make gaming chairs. It's an important aspect.
Yeah, but this guy's in a chair.
That's what I'm saying. They've marketed it well. They're like, you want to feel like you're doing the thing, but still don't want to stand up. Quick, use this. Like fitness. You know those like boards that are on like a rubber ball that are for like practicing your balance. That's it.
It looks like a little mini
It's
Saturn.
that.
Yeah. No, on top of that, did you ever see? I think there's Tony Hawk Shred, which they released a skateboard peripheral for, which was it was so dangerous. I remember playing it the first time when it came out, and I was slipping and sliding all over the place. I think there was a load of other third-party companies that made skateboard and sort of snowboard peripherals as well, which were just awful. So I don't see how this is going to take off, to be honest. I withhold judgment until trying it out myself.
That's the way to do it.
And that's the way I was. That's the way I was when I got the. Should be your mug.
No, it's a different mug. I don't know. Let's not talk about the mug.
No, one minute.
Scarlet.
Scarlet, what mug is that? It's the llama mug, Michelle. It's the same one. Michelle has that one at home. Yeah, it's lovely. It's a really nice mug. Anyway, sorry, internet. You can't actually see that. Someone in the shop just got a llama mug.
Bring it over here.
Let's put it like no. Sorry, the Dukes and Chaos Monkey are just chatting away on the street.
That's fine. Community.
Anyway,
I will, before we move on to anything else, I was very disappointed when you started talking about a Tony Hawk game and went and I thought you were going to say Tony Hawk Shrek. The greatest crossover of all time, but no, Tony Hawk Shrek.
Yeah, I mean with character creation you could probably get Shrek in there somewhere. And with Tony Hawk 2, I think it was, on the PlayStation 1, you did get the chance to play as Spider-Man.
But is he Shrek?
He's not Shrek.
Shrekking.
Oh no!
Donkey! I'm falling over!
Donkey! I'm gonna do a kickflip!
You can't do a kickflip on a snowboard! Oh wait, we're talking about it's Tony Hawk.
Okay.
Tony Hawk's a snowboarder, right?
Moving on, the final bit of gaming news that I want to talk about really quickly is Amazon.
It's a company that exists.
Right, so I heard about this before, but it's now come back into the news because they're moving forward with it. What's that?
Because a Shrek was a character in Tony Hawk's Underground 2, actually.
Oh, it's yeah. I think he might have been in there. To be
Not
honest.
the actual Shrek.
Yeah, licensed. Yeah. See?
But what does Shrek have to do with Amazon, our new topic?
No. Ian, it's not about Amazon, the head of Amazon cheating on his wife. That's not what I want to talk about.
I don't think that's true, by the way.
What I want to talk about is, so Amazon launched a service, I think it was about 6 months ago, called Game On. Okay, when they launched it 6 months ago, they set it up as a sort of prize service for video games. So if you did a certain thing, got an achievement in a video game, you would get a digital prize, then some sort of real world prize that Amazon would give you. Now it's coming out that Amazon are going to do a game streaming service. So similar to PlayStation Now, or not sort of anywhere near the Game Pass system that you get on Xbox, because that's more about sort of downloading games and then playing them. This is more of a live game playing streaming service. So being able to play games through your mobile phone, your PC, maybe through consoles. I haven't heard whether there's any word on that yet, but definitely through PC and through smart devices.
I'm trying to think, is there an Amazon app for consoles?
Not yet. Well, yeah. Well, you can get Amazon Video, but you can't really do. There's not really a dedicated app for gaming.
No, but I'm just saying that like you can get an Amazon app for the phone. Can you get an Amazon app for an Xbox? But if you can get an Amazon Video app, then
There's a Domino's app for Xbox, isn't there? So.
Is there?
Did you not know that?
I'm downloading that.
You can order.
I want a slice of that
You can
action.
order Domino's mid-game without even having to leave your game. Just click it in and then set it up here, and then you just send your
repeat.
order, and then
I want a slice
the
of
only
that
thing
action.
is you'd have to go to the door to get the Amazon, get the Domino's order.
Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah, Amazon.
But yeah, so
Yeah, Game On is the Amazon, supposedly going to be their game streaming service.
who cares?
I've tried PlayStation Now, so the PlayStation Live gaming streaming service. So you get to play PlayStation 3 and certain PS4 titles through this. So you don't have to. You basically just log in as long as your internet's fast
Yeah.
enough. You don't have to download anything. It's always on. You've got instant access. It's basically Netflix for gaming.
Yeah, I know, but you've just said PlayStation doing it. Xbox are starting to do it, and even if they don't do it right now, they've got Xbox Game Pass. Nintendo are starting to do it. No one's going to go to a third-party source, and if they do, it'll probably be a Steam-based thing, not Amazon.
So Ian's asking, sorry, what does that mean? Amazon will send a drone to send pizza?
That's two different conversations in one.
Did you see did I mention this before? The Snoop Dogg? You know about this?
The Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
What about him? He works for Amazon
he really
now?
wanted the
yeah.
game, so he had it delivered to him by a Spyro drone. I think I mentioned this before, but it's absolutely hilarious. This amazing Spyro drone that could actually breathe fire.
I haven't mentioned this on a podcast before, but I find it astonishing that no one talks about it enough. The fact that Amazon have underwater facilities, or planning to have underwater...
And then it's they're sent up through the water.
Yeah, they're supposed to have underwater storage facilities, and then they release air pressure, and it floats to the surface and gets picked up by a drone. I just can't wait for the person who accidentally orders something and then goes and cancels it, and then they have to work out how to get it back under the ocean.
I think Ian wants us to put it on Twitter, the Snoop Dogg.
The Snoop Dogg.
Just in case.
At the Snoop Dogg.
Just in case. Oh, it's a Ford Evo game, which is Ryan.
The reason I was confused, I thought you were talking about Snoopy the dog.
Snoopy. Oh, right, okay. Snoopy the dog really wants to play Spyro. Yeah.
I like the snort.
Anyway, moving on. That was gaming news. It's time for Japan news.
I'm insulted by that voice.
Why are you insulted by that voice?
I feel like it's racist.
Okay. Sorry.
Well, ancestors would be insulted.
So yeah, it's time for Japan news. I'm gonna stop messing up the camera. There we go. Boom, we're in. Still the Amazon lady on the Japan news thing. Apologies for that. There we go. We're gone. So, Sam's basically created all the stuff for the arcade part of tonight's stream. I've been doing the gaming and the Japan stuff. So I want to start with. I'd like, guys, seriously though, stop please. I'd like to start with a sad story. Stop laughing. This is really sad. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Burb, Churches for Dervis.
Ryan says, actually sorry, I'll go back one comment. Ian says, it'd be racist if Sam done that voice. I don't know what that's referring to.
Oh well, while you were talking I did a Mexican voice.
Oh, did you?
No, but he's saying if I did the voice you did for Japan it would be racist.
Oh, right. Okay.
I walked in here today and someone... What?
Stop. Okay, Ryan says he's almost got his video ready for YouTube, so I can't wait to see that.
That's cool.
I didn't tell you about that actually. Ryan's going to be doing a video on his stream, talking about arcade.
Awesome, sweet man.
So I'm looking forward to that.
I'll talk about you later.
Oh, apparently Dark Fantasy Gamer HD was hoping for some gaming weather, but anything about Japan's more interesting. That's fair. That's fair.
Gaming weather.
Gaming
Red
weather.
Dead Redemption is going to be slightly gloomy because you get to that part in the story where the horse dies.
There's going to be a large showering of Bungie games later in the year.
But it will bounce back.
But yeah, temperatures will go up and down during that. Anyway, so yeah, sad story guys. I'd like to talk about this fella here. So
for those of you that can't see me, I've got a look of bewilderment on my face because there's a chimpanzee on the screen.
So the story is this: Japan's oldest chimpanzee, Johnny.
Oh yeah, I forgot it wasn't Japanese gaming news. I just used about Japan. So I was like, what's this chimpanzee got to do with Mario Kart?
No. So Japan's oldest chimpanzee, Johnny, has passed away at the age of 69. It's very sad. He was having age-related health issues, according to Ojizu, where he stays. He stayed sleeping inside his chamber since 2017. So it's actually been about a year and a half.
That's called being in a coma.
He actually arrived at the zoo in 1955, and he's produced 9 other chimpanzees with 5 different partners. You go, John.
So as great as that 100-year-old tortoise.
You go. 5 for you, Jim Johnny. 5 for you, Jim Johnny. Yes. Chimp Johnny. It's really hard to say. Anyway, yeah, sad news. Chimp Johnny passed away at the age of 69.
Rieste and Pache.
This was, I think this was yesterday, actually. Very, very sad. That's thanks to Japan time.
Chaos Monkey went, oh, it's my uncle.
Oh my, oh my.
Don't use the joke I make every time
Oh
people
my,
ask
oh
about the photo we have in the window.
Okay, moving on quickly. Cherry blossoms are coming earlier to Japan this year. Again. So.
No, it's.
What?
For anyone who knows my YouTube viewing habits, I love the channel Funhouse, and there's a video where someone said to them, "I wish they still did the racist content," and one of them just says, "I love the cherry blossom."
Oh no, no.
That's what popped into my head as soon as you said the word cherry blossom.
So someone was asking for weather. Here's the weather from Japan.
This isn't weather. This is foliage report with Andrew.
So yeah, the cherry blossoms usually come in around about April time, but last year they arrived in Tokyo. The first buds started appearing in about March 17th. They're looking at about March 18th to 20th this year. So yeah, if you're looking to go to Japan and you want to get in time for cherry blossom season, I've actually had a few customers saying they want to go over specifically for cherry blossom.
Well, this is a result of this is global warming.
Yeah.
Like that's just that. Like, oh, it's earlier than expected. Oh, we don't have snow ever until the middle of February.
Yeah, we're actually still waiting for snowfall in certain parts of Japan. So
I'm actually. Do you know what? It's getting colder.
Here.
Not like here. Like I was fine over
Glasgow,
December,
right.
and now midway through January, it's cold.
Okay.
Which is like weird. I know that isn't weird. It should still be cold January, but you would assume the way that seasons work is that it would be warmer in the middle of January than in the middle of December. But no.
Yeah, like you can predict anything with Glasgow weather. Come on.
But we
there
can
was
predict
a
cherry
Met
blossom.
Office warning earlier this week. I think yesterday actually I was reading about it. That would be earlier this week. It's the only early day this week because today's Tuesday.
Some people think weeks start on Sundays.
This is our week actually. No, our week doesn't start. Anyway, there's a Met Office warning for snow in Glasgow. So supposedly tonight, moving into tomorrow, it's going to get colder. Isn't in Scotland we supposed to get snow this week? Yeah, that's what I'm just talking about. So,
Isn't Scotland we?
not commenting on your grammar at all, Ian. So yeah, we're supposed to get snow supposedly this weekend, which is awesome for our first birthday.
Pub crawl.
Yay, pub crawl in the snow.
Bring your scurfs.
Drunken snowball fight this Saturday. Anybody in? Yes. I told you I wanted to be more energetic tonight.
I'm gonna balance it out by being less energetic.
Oh, fudge snow, says Dark. No, not actually, that's the swear word. But fudge snow would be really cool. I quite like the thought of that.
That's just ice cream.
That's
Just ice cream. Fudge snow.
Okay, and moving on, our final story.
Hold on. I would like to
Okay.
just congratulate us on how comprehensively we dealt with the topic of cherry blossoms are coming earlier.
Excuse me, I've given dates if anybody's wanting to go over to Japan and experience the cherry
420.
blossom season. No, oh, Sam.
What? That's the date on the screen. I can see it.
That's the one you noticed because you're a student.
Shout out to
Anyway,
Ned.
moving on. Last news story from Japan. Again, a little bit sad, but a little bit hilarious
Their
at the
oldest
same time.
butterfly has died.
Their
Their oldest gaming butterfly.
Tony, the butterfly. Yeah, no.
5 points to you.
One of
Butterfly.
Japan's robot hotels has just laid off half of its robot employees.
No way!
So unfortunately, yeah.
Is that a dinosaur?
That is a velociraptor. So yeah.
I want to give it
Japan's-
rapturous applause.
Japan's iconic hen, literally, which means strange in Japanese, hotel. They've decommissioned half of their 243 robots.
That's too many. I've not been
Which
to one of
doesn't
these.
make sense.
Wait, it's a
How do you do
hotel.
half of 243?
They've just got the head of one left.
So I'm just going to read the little blurb from the news story. It says, since opening in 2015, the hotel has raised
missed my
publicity by employing hundreds of bizarre robots that range from bizarre but helpful, I guess, to downright annoying, according to the Wall Street Journal. The robot helpers made for a fun gimmick, but weren't quite ready for the big leagues. A blow not just to the dreams of an automated world, but to Japan's pop culture image as a leader in this space.
I imagine. Did you ever see the Disney movie? I think it's a straight-to-TV Disney movie.
Okay.
I believe it was called Hotel for Dogs.
Yeah.
It was a hotel ran by dogs. I feel like this is what this was.
Happy
It
Hunter
reminds me.
says happy birthday, by the way. Thank you, Happy Hunter.
It was in December.
Ian is shocked. shocked that the robots are being decommissioned.
I think it's insane that they have to let off robot employees. They don't ask for much pay, if any.
So I'm just going to read another bit from the article. It says some of the problems about the robots
Bad behaviour,
stem from
flirting with
creative
customers.
ideas that didn't pan out, like a robot velociraptor that staffed the check-in desk. I'd love to go this. Look at that! Look. For people who are just listening to this and can't actually see, there's currently a velociraptor with a little hat on, just staring into nothing, going ah.
I think
the woman
it would have been
checks in
better
digitally right next to a kiosk.
It'd be better in the cloakroom. Just
Apparently, other robots
to shreds.
were fired because of an inability to keep up with the breakneck pace of assistive technology, like Churi, the personal assistant robot found in each room, who could handle basic tasks
and listen to your conversations.
but paled in comparison
Build
to
a
the personal
backlog of-
assistant that comes standard with any new smartphone. So basically, Siri and Alexa have killed this robot hotel, or at least half the robot staff in this robot hotel, because they can't keep up with automated systems.
I love for anyone who doesn't know, Andy said he did a little bit of research into this, which I take it to mean you searched Japan news and you got these 3 stories.
No.
These are the 3 stories you found. The first 3 stories about Japan were orangutan death, cherry blossoms, and robot
Excuse me,
hotel.
this was on like page 9 of all the news stories. I had to go through quite a lot to find
So
it.
is this news or did this happen
This is
3 months
news.
ago?
No, this happened. Let's see, when's this piece from? 9 hours ago this piece was published.
That's quite impressive.
Alright, so get off my back, man.
That's fine.
Well,
Well, my news is from 1 year ago.
okay. Are we gonna go for it? Okay. It's time for... I don't have a screen for this.
Disappointment.
Arcade news! Oh wait, I do have a screen for this. There's arcade news! That's the wrong screen. General, there we go. Okay, we're back to general. I can put it under arcade news. There you go. Sam, what have you got for us?
I've got a series of questions just about the first year of
I'm sorry.
arcade.
I've still got that on screen.
You can leave that on screen. To be honest, you could put the events that we've got coming up because that's useful, or you could just leave the
Thing in
Velociraptor.
front of me. Sorry, Michelle tried to show me a thing, but I'm too distracted by robot Velociraptor check-in steward. Oh no. For goodness sake, Ian says, did you hear that a robot got hit by a car? The driver drove off.
Ian, listen to our podcast last week. It
You're a
wasn't
week
driven.
behind, Ian.
It wasn't. There was no driver.
This is Las Vegas. We already talked about this last week.
It was a self-driving car that killed an autonomous robot in a hit and run. It was Short Circuit 5.
Which
Right.
Sam is really happy about.
I'm so excited.
So
I've
excited.
I've also already mentioned Short Circuit on this podcast. Robert. I just need to get it in. I need to
Yeah,
say
every
Robert
time,
at one
every
point.
time.
It might come up now though.
Oh,
Because
we've got to 50 subs on YouTube. Congratulations.
Awesome,
to
thank
those.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
You, thank you very much.
So I'm just going to ask some questions about things that happened this year. Your favourites of certain things, different situations that happened, just get your opinions on it. We can just have a conversation because we've got 25 minutes. So first is your
leave you
least
half
favourite customer.
Least favourite customer?
I'm joking, that's a joke.
That used to be you.
Oh, that defeats the purpose of my next question. Your favourite employee.
Michelle. That has to be Michelle.
That's your
Obviously.
favourite employee, not least favourite.
Obviously.
The panda. Master Chef.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't actually one. I do have like just a list of things.
Me. Ian says I'm his least favourite customer. No, he's my least favourite customer.
Yeah, I understood what I meant.
Pronoun out the wahoo there.
I'll move on to my actual ones. So, my first one is your favourite speciality food item that we've sold or drink
Not
item.
to advertise this drink.
That's why I have a mug with the R-CADE logo on it. You can
a good
not
idea.
buy these, but you can drink them.
You're
in
you're
shop.
blue.
I'm blue.
You're blue.
Abadi abada. Abadi abada.
I'm orange.
Abadu abadu. But yeah, so favourite speciality food or drink item that we've had, or that you guys have had in arcade? Because I've only
So,
worked here for 5 months.
Even
6
ones that we don't have anymore.
So examples that I've written down are my personal favourite was the UFO noodles.
Oh yeah, the beef ones.
They
No.
were like
They were beefy pork.
they were beefy pork and they came with a sachet of mayonnaise and you had to pour out the water and then that was the other thing. Andy now has the same mayo, so I'm back on that tip. That's awesome.
So one of the shops down the road had this on sale. It's my favourite mayonnaise. It's a Japanese meal.
What's wrong with the bottle?
What? It's really squishy. It's like a bag.
I don't want to touch that.
No, it's more like a bag.
That's like Canada's bagged milk.
It's more like a bag than a bottle.
This is so thin. This is gross. Although I do like the little carrot. I'm going to put you on a t-shirt.
Did I not keep did you throw the plastic away, Michelle?
Alright, so Michelle's grabbed the thing. Yeah.
Oh, did you get it there?
So this no, that's a different thing that she's grabbing, because that's probably the most requested item in terms of things that we have previously sold. Well, that's the thing. So with a lot of these items, it's things that our supplier has happened to get a hold of for like a week. We've bought some,
Or
we've
I've
sold
managed
it.
to hunt them down on the internet from a supplier we don't usually
So
use.
these are all items that we absolutely adore, but it's just impossible to get them on a regular basis, and so we apologise for that, because I love most of these things, but it's just not always great to find. The prime example is what Andy is showing you right now, the Pikachu noodles, which got so many people to come check out the place, to enjoy it, but it was just really difficult to try and get a hand of. I had 2 pots, by the way, and I wasn't even employed yet, and I had 2 pots.
Yeah, the Pika Nudes were...
Pika Nudes?
The Pika Nudes were ridiculously popular. I was trying to get a hold of them for our 1-year anniversary, unfortunately. Chaos Monkey says, my messages are getting checked for saying a bad word when I shortened noodles to nudes. You know what, you should go onto YouTube, because somebody said the F word on YouTube and that came up just fine, so you could probably put nudes on YouTube. Wait. Don't.
Right, so other things, so the UFO noodles I like, Pikachu noodles, Doraemon Ramune, Gum Not Gum, which I can't remember the name of it.
The Pikachu Gum Not Gum?
No, just generally Gum Not Gum.
Oh, the Pokemon Gum Not Gum. I still have some of the...
Still have the stickers on Gum Not Gum?
sleeves.
Gum Not Gum was like, it was shaped like chewing gum, but it was more just like Haribo-esque sweets. Yeah, Wham bars. And they came with Pokemon.
I still have the little Pokemon
I've lost mine.
sort of sleeves that they actually got made into badges, which you can buy in store. One of our friends, Lynn from Recraft, she has a badge making machine. She took these things, like little puppy, took these things and turned them into actual badges. So you can buy these in store for how much, Michelle? £2? 150 for one of these as a badge. I mean, look at that Bulbasaur. Venusaur.
Where's the one that I love?
Why are you just giving me food now?
Because these are just items that we've had that are special edition. So that's
Okay,
also,
so
we just got those back in.
Magic
for,
Green Tea Hello Pandas, they're back. We've not had them for a few months. They were requested a couple of times, so I got them back. Okay, so you asked me favourite.
Your favourite like speciality item.
Okay.
So the other
so
one I've
there's
got
two
right down
things
here
that
is
stood
the
out to me.
panda custard buns.
The panda shaped ones with the little
Those are
ears
cute.
and the eyes, yeah, they were pretty sweet. I can get them again.
But like, what's your favourite thing been that we've
Favourite
had?
thing, so 2 things really. I said the F word because I forgot about your no swearing rule. Thanks for that, by the way. Dark Fantasy Game.
We can't control the media.
We can't control people. We don't want to control people. You free speech. You can say
We
what
want to
you want.
control Solid Snake.
But we just have to apologise to the parents after you do. So. Yeah, no, favourite things we've had in. So we did dorayaki for a little while. Did you ever have the dorayaki when we were here? So dorayaki is, if anybody's had dorayaki, it's a pancake
Oh,
with
I
a
know
filling
dorayaki.
and then another pancake on top.
did-
It's
I did have
Japanese.
those.
It's delicious. We had the green tea ones. We had red mung bean. We had mascarpone ones as well. They were amazing. Oh, they're so good. So those are personal favourites of mine. They didn't take off very well, so we only stocked them for maybe a month or two, and then stopped buying them in because they're fresh. So you have to really sell them within a couple of days, or else I end up eating them at one time. I think I ate 6 in a row because there was leftovers. So
My
I
personal
wasn't too disappointed with that, but you know.
my personal favourite is UFO noodles, and I'm disappointed we've never been able to find them again. Michelle, were you dorayaki as well?
I also we tested out Hirata buns for a little while.
Yeah.
We didn't actually sell them to the public, but we had them in the store. We were doing tests as to whether or not it was feasible for us to do it. So a Hirata bun, or what's known more commonly as a bao bun, is just a flour bun folded in half with a filling in the centre. We were planning on doing chicken teriyaki. We had a veggie kimchi one which we wanted to do as well, with some seaweed and some meal. We did kimchi one, so we had.
Do you know what would be a good idea if you like filled them with ramen and we can.
Yeah, Hirata buns and dorayaki are my 2 favourite food things that we've done in here. not necessarily for the public, but you know.
Yeah, those are the Dory Arcade. I think definitely counts as a thing that was limited and just didn't take off, but it holds place in your heart, which is what most of this is. It's just special.
I think Chaos Monkey says, "I'm back," like Johann Sebastian Bach.
Because I'm back. I'm on
I
rep
don't know.
now.
Are you on YouTube or Twitch right now? You're on Twitch. Michelle's on Twitch watching
Michelle's
the comments. I can't really see your unless I do this. Hopefully, I can make it bigger. No, I can't make it bigger. I'm back. Yeah, it's Johann Sebastian Bach. I love your music.
No one loves it.
Moving on. Sam, what else you got?
The game you've played the most since R-CADE opened.
Rocket League.
Because Rocket League. Because that's the ongoing joke is that people are like, you must play games all the time, and the answer is no, I'm running the place.
Right, so PlayStation 4 this week, I think it was just a couple of days ago on Sunday I did
Yeah, I
it.
saw that.
They've been doing a 4-year anniversary PlayStation 4 video where you put in your gamer tag and it collates all your information and it makes a video based on the greatest things about your player tag. So it takes into account your trophies, the amount of hours you've played, which games you played first, which games you played most. My video was hilarious because I think I've only cracked in about 1,300 hours, which isn't a lot because I've been here at R-CADE, but about nearly 600 hours of that, nearly half, was actually just Rocket League.
Nice.
Which is mental.
Unsung hero of the gaming world.
Yeah. What? Gaming here, right? Okay.
So
biggest,
my
the game I've played most here. Is that your
Well,
question?
yeah, just generally to the shops we open. Like that's a good one. The one that I've written down some things.
Okay.
So the first thing that came to mind was Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
That's like the staple of like before I even worked here. Michelle said to me, "Yeah, I've gotten surprisingly good at Guitar Hero from working here, just because it's the easiest thing to just jump in and play for a second."
That's true.
Smash is just a game that we end up that's on all the time. NBA Jam, because there's a rivalry between you and I with that. Left 4 Dead 2, where screw you, Brian.
Not
and
just
Sean.
NBA Jam, by the by, NBA just in general.
Yeah, but I
so
beat you
he's
at
more
that,
NBA
so-
Live or NBA 2K.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm more NBA old school.
Oh, that's
Jam.
not true at all. I destroy you at the more modern ones.
That's
but
what I'm
in
saying,
NBA Jam, but in
it's
NBA Jam, it's close.
Yeah.
So I'm better overall. You won the first game by a 3-pointer, like a buzzer beater. Like,
He's so
I'd say
salty.
Guitar Hero.
So sorry about that. Yeah,
Guitar Hero personally, I think
would
it's
say
from
I played
most
Guitar Hero in here more than anything else.
Which is in line with our customer
no.
base. Oh.
No.
Well, I also have Keyforge written.
No. Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
Pokemon Gen 1
yeah.
Yellow. That's probably 50-50 with Guitar Hero. Yeah, so Pokemon Gen 1 on my Booster Boy.
you're blind now.
Which, if you've never seen a Booster Boy before, my Game Boy's not currently in here, it's actually empty. But I use my Booster Boy, it sits next to my laptop, so if I'm ever just bored, I stick Pokemon Yellow on. I think I'm at 126 now, I believe.
Oh yeah.
It's only taken me 30 years to get there. No,
That's
20
a
20
wild
years,
exaggeration.
20
It's
years to
taken
get
me
there.
from birth.
1998 till 2019, so 20 years and a bit to get. It's not that I'm really lazy with it. It's just I played it back then. I left it for like 10 years and then started playing it again.
So that's good because I would say Guitar Hero. Just as I say, it's easiest to pick up and play.
Ian says Max Payne is a good game, but D&D is amazing.
Those are good games.
But then he says Yeet. So
These are good games, Ian.
he's actually moved over to YouTube and commenting now on the YouTube video instead, so that he can swear.
That's fine. So are you? So I assume that's Ian saying what games he's played the most. I would be interested in that. I know there's definitely some customers I could say that is the game they've played the most.
Yeah.
Zach is a proficient Guitar Hero player himself.
Yeah.
Marco is GoldenEye, God of War,
or
GoldenEye
Superman
God. rather.
64 actually.
Yeah, that's true. We don't own that. Don't come at us. It's his game.
We
He
don't own
plays the
Superman
game.
64. Marco brings that in himself, so we take no responsibility for Superman 64.
Okay.
Neither do the developers. Apparently, they hate that game just as much as we do.
It's really mean. It's really unfair.
Yeah,
Moving on, because I do have some more things to get through. Favorite arcade event, not including staff birthdays.
Okay.
Because we did have a semi-private event for your birthday, and my birthday ended up being quite a busy, fun affair.
That did.
But things that aren't that, whether it just be a random or arcade late or rated, or whether it be going to an event, or whether it be our first quiz night or something like that.
Personally, I quite enjoyed. So again, I mentioned her before. Lynn from Recraft. She had her birthday here. So it's not staff.
God damn it, that's a loophole.
But Lynn, she had her birthday here, and that was a phenomenal night. This is before Sam started working here. You missed Niels Lawrence.
I missed it.
Awesome Glaswegian artist Niels Lawrence DJing that night on the big screen with DJ Hero. That was absolutely amazing. So I'll never forget that one. Michelle, what do you need?
We need multiplayer minigames.
Mario Party.
Just straight up minigames. Yeah.
These are one player.
Doubles. You're good. You're good. Sorry, there's some lovely people playing some Mario Party 10 on the Wii U.
Which, if we're talking about good events, last weekend was great.
Ian's chimed in saying Secret Film Society.
I was going to say that. I was going to say that. Damn, you beat me to it, because I was going to say mine was probably Arachnophobia, because that was like.
That was hilarious.
Was that our first Secret Film Society?
That was our first.
It was the first Secret Film Society, and
for
we
those
just.
Of you
it was funny.
Who don't know what Secret Film Society is, it's changed now. But initially, it was a secret film. We wouldn't announce what the film was going to be until basically we would hand out clues online, and you had to try and guess what the film was going to be for that month. We would never say it online because it's against our advertising policies apparently. We're not allowed to advertise what films we're showing online. So we would give out clues and people had to guess what the film was going to be, and the first ever one was on our big screen, on our big flat screen. We showed Arachnophobia.
We've done Arachnophobia, South Park the movie, and Batman
Returns.
I was going to say forever. Yeah,
Batman Returns. Arachnophobia was the first one though.
And it was funny because we pranked Ian because he hates spiders.
Ian has a fear of
which is
spiders.
why he brought it up. But that was also just a fun first one to do.
It was really good actually. Because it was October, so there was supposed to be a scary movie.
Yeah.
But I wanted to throw a sort of curveball to everybody. And so I went with something more B-movie-ish than...
Also, it is probably very recency biased, but Saturday nights, Arcade Lakes, just with when John and the guys, one of our new regulars, John, and his mates came, and we're playing some Mario Kart and then Smash on the big screen. And then Mario Party, which just ended in everyone in the shop just watching Mario Party and screaming when someone messed up. So like, it doesn't need to be like the biggest event, but there's just things that are fun.
There's just little things that happen, yeah.
Michelle, do you have a favourite event?
No, she says no.
You're not on camera. You can talk. No, fine.
You can just be a voice.
This silent.
Never mind.
I'll just stop asking you
Do you have any more?
I do have more. I have loads more. This one's more of a sadder thing, but you brought the Harata buns. Not the Harata buns, you brought up the dorayaki.
I didn't bring them up, by the way. In conversation, yes, they were very tasty, and I had no...
Something you wish had succeeded to a greater extent.
Um,
Because there's so many things that the shop has tried over 1 year, because you need to constantly be evolving.
This is true.
Since before I got employed to now, there's been so many change and fluctuation both in how the shop is designed and the events that we do, or that you guys have done.
It's true.
But along the way there has to be some, not failures, but learning experiences. And maybe that's things that did go for like a month and then you just said that's not working out the way we want, so we'll move on from it. So is there something that jumps to your mind that hasn't succeeded to the extent you want?
Not particularly. I was never... Nah, it's never been... I think... Vintage gaming is still in its infancy. I think there's still
Because that's
potential there.
once every 2 months, once a month.
It's gonna be once a month. So Basic's actually on screen right now. So Basic Gaming is still going. It's back in February, so we're gonna have that anyway. Dark Fantasy Gamer HD says Sam's got too many stuff to talk about. Lol. And then I think that's Deanne. Deanne's logged into YouTube as well and is now commenting.
I have an appropriate number of things to talk about.
Happy birthday, Sam. Somebody says.
I was 19 in December, thank you.
You're about a month late. No, okay. No, so disappointed. Valentine's Day, the one we don't ever talk about. Okay, so
no, you need to. You absolutely, you've mentioned it, and we don't talk about it enough.
Aren't the people that came to Valentine's? So it was February 14th, 2017. We had only been open a month, less than in fact. We had been open 3 weeks at this point, and we decided to have an amazing event. Actually, Michelle came up with an idea for an event, which I'm not going to talk about because it wouldn't have been seen kindly by certain people.
I know what it was.
So I took her idea and I flipped it, which didn't help anyway because it was awful. So the idea for the event was speed dating, but with video games. So the idea was to take fighting games like Street Fighter, Tekken, Dead or Alive, BlazBlue, that kind of stuff, and we were going to pair people up, so male and female, female, male, whoever was into whoever, and we were going to pair them up on a fighting game and give them 3 rounds of that fighting game to talk about each other and get to know each other, and then see if they like each other, and then they would move on to another person to play against on a different game. So speed dating, but with fighting games. What did we call it again?
How do Ken? I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that because that's my favourite thing ever.
I came up with an amazing pun. How do Ken?
How do Ken?
How do Ken? Which I thought was so good.
It is good.
Ian says speed dating with video games. Like, I'm a pioneer, man. Come on. Sam's face has gone bright red, actually.
My face is always red. I'm a tomato in human form.
So How Do Ken was a raging success, obviously, because everyone knows about it and we keep talking. Okay.
And it wasn't that no one showed up. I would point out.
Marco says I would have probably been too busy beating them in the match to talk. That's the hardest. That would be the challenging thing about it, though.
And people have a go with us about not being able to talk and play games.
Talk and play games at the same time. It's really hard.
I would point out that February 14th is just a couple of weeks away.
It is, and we're not doing.
How do Ken too?
No.
How do Ken?
How Do Ken is not coming. How Do Ken is not coming back.
What if there was unfathomable response from the community?
If there was massive response from the community, and everybody wanted us to do another speed dating video game night, then no, absolutely not. It was awful. What happened on the night was.
We don't need to go into specifics.
No, I will. One.
A lot of tickets were sold out.
We sold what, 13, like a dozen and a half tickets maybe. That's a baker's dozen, 13, but anyway. So we had a good lot of tickets sold, and we were expecting a good turnout, and then 5 people turned up. 4 of them being male, 1 being female.
Unfortunately,
all
of them
heterosexual.
being,
just so you know. Actually, no, I think they were all heterosexual off the top of my head.
Yeah, because they wrote it, they were interested.
Yeah. So we had 4 males, 1 female, and it was awkward as heck.
Awkward as fudge.
We tried our best. Michelle and I tried our best to be good hosts and make a good night of it. And
Andrew put on a wig.
we hope everybody had a good time. We all played fighting games together, and then we all sat at the big table and played some board games together as a group, instead of singling people out, because that would have been really weird. So yeah, we're not doing...
That's the thing you wish had succeeded more.
No, I don't wish you succeeded more. I wish we never thought of it in the first place.
That's a negative attitude to have, Andrew. Today you're being bright and bubbly. Stick with bright and bubbly.
But if I wanted anything to succeed a little more, so I don't feel so bad about it, How Do Ken?
So that you wouldn't be embarrassed to talk about it.
How Do Ken would have been the one
Okay.
event that I would have wanted to succeed better.
That's right. The next thing I have is obviously we've got hashtag things heard in arcade, which is just a way of expressing the ridiculousness we hear on a regular basis. But what's the best thing that someone has said, or the first conversation that comes to your mind with a customer in the shop? It doesn't need to be a quotable as I've got written down here, but it could be something that's like. Well, I would count that as a comment. It could be, is this a place for people?
Yeah.
But I don't really think that counts.
The legendary "Is this a place for people" story, for those of you that don't know about it, I'll quickly just recap it. There's a gentleman of a certain ilk who stuck his head in the front door.
Couldn't fit in because of the antlers.
It's ilk, of a certain ilk.
I know that.
That's a Canadian joke, isn't it?
Hey.
Actually, I've got something to show you later. It's made in Canada. It's pretty cool. So, a certain gentleman popped his head in the door with his dog, which is a Staffordshire Bull Terrier. But he came in, but he tried to keep the dog out by holding the door just about a crack open. So the only thing that came through was the dog's head. And he screamed at me, "Is this a place for people?" Which was beautiful because it was literally 15 minutes after we'd opened. There was 2 ladies sitting on the sofa having a cup of tea, who were just scared out of their minds. And And yeah, he
Place for
proceeded
video
to,
game playing orangutans.
proceeded to say, from outside it just looks like somebody you hang out with your friends, as if I've just opened up an entire shop for my friends to come down and hang out. I don't know how that would pay any bills, but yeah. Is this a place for people was probably the best quote we had from 2017.
Yeah, that's a good 2018.
2018, sorry.
Yeah, so it'll get
it's
made
been a
into
question.
t-shirts.
Actually, like I said before, I'm going to hide it in some of our merch
Okay.
as a little Easter egg.
Easter egg for
so I'm going to maybe put it on some labeling on the inside or something like that. It's not going to be
stitched into the collar of a shirt.
it's going to be an in joke. It's going to be an inside joke. So it's any apparel we make is going to be arcade branded, but then look for little.
We don't need to go into the depth of the story, but the first thing that comes to my mind on that conversation is when I hadn't been hired, but I was in the shop and me and Andy were playtesting King of Tokyo, which was the first stream that I was on. I was on anything for arcade. We were streaming one of the games live.
This was like July.
Yeah, this is ages ago. But a gentleman walked in, told Andy he looked like he was Mexican, and called me pretty because I had a plain face. Don't need to go into the depths of that. That's basically it. Okay, we're running out of time here, but I do only have 2 sections left. Something you've learned from the last year. Doesn't need to be about the shop. Can simply be that 2 + 2 = 4. If that's something you've learned.
I feel you've passed a lot of good Jewish knowledge on to me. I've learned more about Judaism from you than anyone else. So I'd like to thank you for that specifically.
Well, Andy, l'chaim.
How about Najila?
I just found out there's a movie where the wrestler Goldberg spears someone through a glass cabinet and then impales him with a menorah as he's playing an Antichrist version of Santa.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
Legitimately, is there something you've learned, or is it just a better style of comedy?
I've found my comedy partner. If it wasn't for you, then I don't think I'd be as funny as I am. Also, I've learned actually, no. I tell you what. I remember the thing. There's one thing I've learned over the past year that has become the most important advice I can hand on to anyone. Bread hurts. If anyone ever comes at you with a loaf and tries to give you concussion, duck. Just be aware. Bread hurts.
I thought you mispronounced Bret Hart. I wish you'd mispronounced Bret Hart.
So yeah, no, to give you a bit of backstory.
No, don't. Just no.
Should we leave it there?
Yes.
Bread hurts.
Okay.
When you get hit in the head with bread.
Okay.
Pan breed, man. Pan breed. I was pan breed, well.
And to close this out, a large part of arcade and about this community, both that we've built as a shop and gaming in general. I've said this before. I've been a part of a number of different communities based on a number of different interests in my life, and there's none more inclusive or more together. As much as people want to say that gamers are mean to each other on the internet and stuff like that, if you meet someone in real life, that can be the most inclusive friendship that you build. And I want to have a really quick discussion, because obviously we're basically at time here, about the relationships that you have built,
That I have built.
or that we as a shop have built because of the shop's existence. That can be things like
The community we've built.
well, not just that. There's a bunch of people who we love and adore that come in every week that are amazing people that I'm so happy I got to meet.
Yeah.
People like Ryan, who has been on the stream tonight, who we wouldn't have met if we hadn't gone to Resonate Gaming
Yeah, we
Festival.
weren't at that festival.
Talking about Resonate, the fact that we got to, even if it was briefly, have a conversation with the special effect guys who are doing such amazing stuff.
Oh yeah.
Pietro and his group up at Brave Bakers up the road, who were
Bakery, you should totally check it out.
lovely
Yeah.
people. There's so many connections that have been made because of the shop that I think it's just important to consider them.
We've had some amazing comments. I'll wait till you run.
That's my monologue. Welcome to Saturday Night Live.
Sorry, what was the point of your monologue? I totally
My
missed
monologue is to eat your greens. No.
it. Eat your greens.
Um,
Stay in school, kids. Drugs are bad.
Eat your
okay?
drugs and do your vegetables.
Drugs are bad, okay?
Um, Just talk about the connections you've made in some way from the shop. Just do it, alright?
God, he's trying to give it a heartfelt ending. I'm like,
I'm crying right now.
I know, crying
because
tears
of the bread.
tears of sweat.
Tears of bread.
No, it's been an amazing year. Thank you so much to everybody that's come in and supported us over the last year, from starting from nothing to building this amazing community with regular customers and people from all around the world coming to visit us. It's been incredible, and hopefully it continues on into the future. When I was sitting in my house working a horrible job that I hated, and I came up with the idea of doing this, I never in my wildest dreams thought it would be as successful as it has been. We've managed to make it through our first year, which is always the hardest as a new business, and hopefully we can go from strength to strength from there on. We've got more plans of things that we want to do. We're already making future plans for more events, externally and internally. We want a bigger place, but it's not going to happen right now. We're just going to do what we've got, and so just thank you to everybody. Stop it!
Now you know how it feels when you make fun of me doing it.
Nice things online. So yeah, thank you everybody. Join us this weekend for some amazing parties.
Or don't,
always.
but think of us and see us at some
and if
point.
you can't make it, whatever, just come in when you can.
And now, legitimately this time, L'chaim. Have a good night, people.
Cheers, like in the camera, so you're to that side.
Which way?
To your right. You're
To you.
right.
To the
You're right.
to my right.
Yes. Cheers.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye. Can't wait to see you guys. Alright. See you later.
Just hang up.
What? Just hang up? No, you hang up.
No, you hang
No,
up.
you
No,
hang
you
up.
hang up.
No, you hang
No,
up.
you
No,
hang
you
up.
hang up.
I'm looking the wrong way, aren't
You
I?
are. Bye, guys. Ah!